Hello, my children. It is time once again for random talk and story time with your ghoulish host, Hillbilly Creeper. Tonight, we are going to talk more random than usual. A story here and there, and after the story, I have a treat for all of you. I will sing you a little song that my mother sung to me when I was just a little boy. You're very most in for a treat. So, gather round, my children. Grab your blankets and your pillows tight. It is time for the story to begin. Now, let's begin. When I was back in the day of everything that was black and white, considering I lived to be 1,000 years old, I have seen my fair share of things, as I have told you in my last video. I have done things that most people would never do in their lifetime, but they're not me. So, in my travels, I have met the most interesting people, like a young Victor Frankenstein. He was a kind young man with the dreams of creating life after death. But of course, he needed a little push by yours truly here. So I influenced him to go on and to create the abomination that people know and fear. And then, as I went along my journeys after Victor, I have met a lot of other interesting people. I have met the one and only killer who created a name for himself in today's society. The people who made movies like Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That man had a few screws loose, but I can dig it. Speaking of digging, I have done a lot of that in graveyards, time to time, when there's no animals for me to kill. Especially in the winter months. A man has to eat somehow, don't he? Now don't look less of me because I dig up corpses and eat them. A lot of people have. A lot of people do a lot of things with corpses. At least I eat them. I don't desecrate them. I don't defile them. I have a little bit more respect for the dead. Well, if you call devouring their rotting flesh respect, let's just say, as their spirit goes on to a better place, their vessel is being put to good use. But either that may be, I have seen my fair share of corpses, zombies, werewolves, occasional troll or two, and I don't mean the ones on the internet either. But even so, the world out here is big and vast, just wanting to be noticed. Even the lizard people. I have seen my fair shares of videos nowadays of people who capture so-called lizard people on camera. But when you are like me and seen things unknown, you get a little close and personal. And yes, I mean, I have been close to one of the lizard people, if not a dozen more in my passings. Well, I know a few, killed a few, eat a few, which people, I'm here to tell you now, they're not lying when they say lizard tastes just like chicken. But even so, people are afraid of these things. Why? Because they don't know them. And they're always going to be afraid because not knowing isn't always the right thing to do. Because the saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, that is, to an extent, maybe. But if you go your entire life being afraid of something, it might just find you and rip you to shreds. So, don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't shy away from the paranormal and supernatural, because the supernatural has a way of finding you. You don't know when, why, where, and how it'll happen, but it'll happen even to you. So, my children, there's a lesson to be learned. Don't be afraid of anything. Embrace the darkness. Embrace the fear. And always eat what is handed to you, especially in dire situations. So, that's about it, about a little bit of story time. Now, I will leave you with a little song that my mother have sung to me as I was just a baby in the crib. It goes a little something like this. But before I start, I will only sing half of it because the whole song will make you wet yourself. So, no further ado, here we go. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna rip off all his wings. If the blood drips over you, Mama's gonna beat the hell out of you. If that doesn't work, you see, Mama's going to beat you bloody. If your blood stains up your crib, Mama's going to kill you anyway. Well, that's not how it completely goes, but I hope you enjoy it, children. So, I want you to think about this before I go. You can always be the scariest, creepiest, psychotic you want to be because your Uncle Creeper permits it. So, stay creepy, stay crazy, and try to stay alive. And remember, children, Uncle Creeper will always love you, even after death. Because I know you all will taste mighty fine. So, one more thing before I leave. Leave a like and subscribe if you like any of my videos. And pleasant screams, boys and girls. And I will see you in the next video. Try to stay alive until then.